Hi Virgos, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. This is your monthly tarot for October 2024. Thank you so much for joining me. This message is for any Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, but also if you have Virgo that rules a particular house or planet that you need clarity on, then this message is also for you. Virgos, very interesting message here, dealing with a bully right off the bat. Now, if this is you or somebody else, you're really being asked to take the high road. You're really being asked to recognize the ways that you deal with this type of energy, all right? And that choice is yours. I think that full moon in Aries is going to be really important. We're going to get into a little bit of the astrology. I am going to link astrology.com's full calendar for October. Please take a look at it. Super important dates. I'm just going to touch on a couple of them, but that bully energy was very important. And this idea of transcending how you deal with that energy, again, whether it's you or somebody else, and taking the high road, all right? Taking the high road. A lot that comes from that too. Mental mastery. Yeah, there's just something here of like the communication, even your thoughts that you give to it, right? Somebody peeves you or is poking the bear, and then, you know, you kind of like can get like feed into that almost in your thoughts. So yeah, it's just don't even let it bother you, whatever that is. I don't know what that's going to be for you personally, but October 2nd, new moon, solar eclipse in Libra, right? This could throw us off balance. So this could be where that energy comes in, like something happens where somebody really sets you off. And if that is the case, Virgos, I think that you, as far as like the balance, you're probably going to have like a good grip on that, if you will, like in the 3D world. So it might be something where it is like a lot related to your thoughts, a lot related to your communication, and how we can shift that, okay? Also, too, it's not a time for people pleasing. Now, you're a sign of service, so it's like making sure that if you are thrown off balance, like energetically, if you're not feeling right, you have to prioritize your mental and physical health, okay? Now, October 11th, this is the big one. Pluto goes direct in Capricorn. Pluto retrograde went into Capricorn September 1st, and we are going to be feeling the effects. So we've been seeing, you know, the plans, if you will, of this Capricorn paradigm, trying to maintain power. And we've been seeing all of the things, and then it's like the dominoes finally like begin to fall, all right? And this is where we need your earth energy more than ever. We need your grounding service. We need your grounding routine, structure, dedication. We need that energy so much, okay? So here's where it's like I said, don't fall into absorbing that energy. Already shift, like I said, this idea of higher consciousness and really shifting to something that's a greater energy than you. And it's those moons, the new moon and the full moon are really going to energize you, okay? Like emotional renewal and healing is coming in for you. So because that's coming in for you, that's when those past paradigm energies try and yank you back down, right? It's because you're lifted up. And so people who have that attachment and the cords connected to you, they'll try and tug you down because they want you down where they are, okay? So rise above. This is a wonderful time where it's like this bittersweet ending to something in your life. And so it's okay to say goodbye. It's okay to accept this emotional renewal. It's okay to say goodbye to your past identity that was attached to Pluto and Capricorn, because in November it's going direct. Once Scorpio season hits, we're already going to be open to the death, birth, transformation, if you will, of the collective, of personal energy. And that's where I just really want you to, you know, tie up any loose ends. But like if you do have loose ends, I'm going to be really shocked, honestly. But if you do, it's time to tie those loose ends, okay? It's like, and cutting cords, honestly, is really important. Like really, really detaching yourself from certain energies. Yeah, Pluto's here to transform us all, I'm telling you. And it's this emotional, this connection to your emotions that perhaps you never had before. This connection to this higher consciousness of emotional autonomy that you never even had before. Like this is feeling major for you, Virgo. So October 17th, full moon in Aries. All right. This is where it's be bold, go out there, do something you've never done. There's something that you've wanted to do It's been nudging at you, but you've always made an excuse for not doing it. And now is the time to put yourself out there, all right? It's time to be bold. It's time to be brave and push past your limits of what you think is possible. It's a great time, too, to incorporate that polar natal energy of Pisces, like the dreamer. Step out into the great unknown, the clarity you'll have, the balance that will come back into your life by really just being bold and rebellious. It's really exciting energy for you. Now, what I'm most excited about is October 31st, Halloween. I'm always excited about Halloween, but for this Halloween, we have Mercury in Scorpio trine Neptune in Pisces. So we have the planet of communication in the sign of death, birth, transformation, trining the planet of dreams in the sign of the dreamer. So if you have ever wanted to connect to someone on the quote other side, right, the veil is going to be so thin that even if you don't feel like you are, so that was just your okay of like, do that, all right? Even if you don't feel like you're a spiritual person, like this is where we're all going to be connected to having a very big epiphany. And honestly, this is the other interesting thing now that I'm thinking about it, because of Pisces being your polar natal, because Pisces is the most connected to, you know, that energy, you might even have this strong epiphany when it comes to that, and like you're seeing the perception of Pisces, you're seeing what Pisces sees, and it's like, oh, now I get it. You know what I mean? Like there's a very strong indication there of there being a big light bulb moment. So the more that you can, like just really spend some time alone, time in your dreams too, if you've ever like asked for somebody, you know, to come to you in your dreams if you need to. But the veil is going to be so thin that I do think that it's going to be a major turning point when it comes to your perception of life, even when it comes to your perception of spirituality. So very cool stuff. Let's see what we got going on here for you. Wow, yeah, that Aries full moon and the Pluto direct is going to be very major. So please, the more that you can stay grounded and the more you can see all of the wonderful attributes, amazing, all the wonderful attributes of you, Virgo. This is you, Virgo. Loving yourself, my goodness, loving yourself, loving everything you have. Yeah, you're going to feel a little feisty almost. But in a good way, Virgos, okay? Overall energy, 9 of coins. This is amazing because for you, October signifying an increase in money, an increase in abundance, an increase of your perception of life, like really understanding how grateful you are for the life that you've created, okay? And a reminder of the life that you've created. So this is so interesting because somebody else got this energy here in this position, and this is so fascinating because it is this idea. It was Gemini's, I think, actually. So if you have Gemini placements, please go watch that. But this idea of like really making sure your focus is on the beauty of life, all right? That is just, I'm just getting this such warm, wonderful energy for you. What you need more of, though, getting out there, all right, Virgos? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. This is being daring. This is using, even though this isn't ruled by Aries, this is using that full moon in Aries energy. I really want you to get out there and be bold. Well, you have the right amount of King of Coins. So this is, you got a lot of money going on here, okay? What you have the confidence. And so this is what I'm saying is like you manifested this, and it's so important to recognize that without it being an egocentric energy, okay? I'm just getting this, like there's people too in your corner that are very dependable, very loyal, and so are you. So it's almost that energy of like really nurturing those relationships where that give and receive is, it's so important, okay? What you need less of, fascinating. So Knight of Wands. This is almost where, this is saying like whatever it is that you need to be bold and creative, you already know where it is. You don't need to go find it somewhere else, okay? Like I'm getting this idea of you think that it's some, like I need to keep adding on or exploring new ventures, and it's like you already have what you need to focus on and focus on that, all right? What you can change, Queen of Coins. So like I said, there's this idea of like you radiating your light is so important. You radiating your Virgo energy. Enjoy what you have. Be productive. This is like having everything you have, and like having the satisfaction of knowing I do have everything. Excuse me, I do have everything I need. There's something you need to purge related to this, recognizing you have more than maybe you realize. And what you need to accept, the Four of Wands. So this is so fascinating. This is so funny because this is celebrating your successes, celebrating your accomplishments. You need to accept that you are in charge of how you perceive this month, all right? So stay on your eagle's perch. Stay focused on the dreamer aspect of the Pisces polar natal energy that you have. It is trickling in, all right? Do not give too much attention to what is crumbling. Give attention to what is coming in, and really recognize like you have so much to celebrate. If these thoughts come in from the past of lack, if these thoughts come in from what you didn't have, or, you know, like there's just this idea of like, you got to get that out of your head because you have everything. And that's literally what Gemini said. Like it was, you got the whole world in your hands. End of the month, Knight of Wands. I'm sorry, Knight of Swords. Okay, so I don't know if this is you or somebody else, because this could very easily be somebody else who is like that. This could be where that bully energy is, of that, like, you know, I'm standing up for what I believe in and my, you know what I mean? Like, so this could really easily be somebody else. If this is you though, you finally have the bold courage to stand up for what you believe in and voice it. All right, to really voice it. But at the other side of the coin, this could be somebody who is being a little annoying. So let's get some past life energy here to see what past life energy is affecting you for October 2024. This past life, if you're in a committed relationship, it could be your life before that committed relationship. If you have kids, it could be your life before kids. It could be childhood or an actual past life. So always take this message how it resonates. Whoa. Okay, this is wild. Virgos, this is wild. Okay, so I love seeing this on the bottom. When I was clearing your cards, no joke, these two flipped out. Okay, so we got Greco-Roman and baby. All right, that is, the hairs on my arm are standing up. That was crazy. All right, so let's start with this one. Also, if you've never watched HBO's Rome, amazing. Watch it, okay? This card indicates that you had significant life in Greece or Rome that is influencing the situation you're inquiring about. You may have noticed that you're drawn to Greco-Roman architecture, culture, and spirituality. Perhaps you've even visited areas of the Mediterranean which felt strangely familiar. Often when we visit a place where we've lived in our other lives, we experience a sense of déjà vu. During your Greco-Roman lifetime, you had experiences and relationships that form the basis of your present life situation. You've also carried the knowledge forward that you gained in that lifetime. Now that you're consciously aware of your connection to Greece and Rome, spend time researching these ancient cultures and the spirituality associated with those places. Your research will trigger memories and insights, and you'll come to a better understanding of yourself and the situation. All right, now let's get to this baby energy. The situation you're inquiring about involves an infant on some level. Your unconscious mind will reveal the way in which a baby plays a role in your current life. You may have already received the answer in the form of a thought or a feeling. Trust this information, as your unconscious mind will slowly and gently help you remember and release painful memories. At first, you may think you're imagining the information, but as soon as you put pieces of the puzzle together through signs and additional recollections, you'll feel confident in claiming your past lifetime. This card can speak about you as a baby in this or a previous lifetime. There may have been a trauma that you suffered as a baby or that involved a baby of yours in that lifetime. It may also describe parenthood in this or previous lives. Your feelings and thoughts will guide you so that you can discern the specific meaning. So this could be connected to this life and also this past life. Very cool. All right, that could be holding you back from that fear. Okay, now let's see what archetypal energy is affecting you this month. All right, what archetypal energy? Liberator. All right, so if, like I said, either that's you or somebody else in your life at the end of the month, it's definitely that Knight, of Swords. What else do we got? I think this is you. All right, interesting. Victim. Or this could be so the person who's having this liberator energy could also be playing the victim. All right, this is wild. All right, so light attributes of the liberator: freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. I think that's very key to you. Shadow attributes: imposing your own tyranny over those who claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. Victim, light attributes: prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Shadow attributes: playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. So here's what's fascinating is like, I think that it's like you're on the light aspect of this and there's somebody in your life who's on the shadow aspect of this. And it's this idea of navigating through that. So let's get some dragon energy. It's the year of the dragon, so let's see what dragon energy we have for you. Also pay attention to, with Eastern astrology, what year are you on in your 12-year cycle, okay? Fire and water dragon enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and to move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected. Have fun, okay? So if all that change made you scared, have fun. There is this idea of like, you have so much, okay? You have so much. All right, crystal energy. All right, well, crystal energy is going to help Virgos. All right. Black coral, light in the darkness. I love that. And Charoite, individualization. Very, very cool. All right, yeah, it's so much related to the fiery energy. Like I know Scorpio is water, but it's associated with the red and the black and this transformation. All right, let's get an empowering question for you, Virgos. I hope that you are excited for October. Like I said, the most important thing is really being mindful of the media you're consuming and the people who you allow into your energetic boundaries. What kind of advice on life would I give to my younger self? Am I focusing more on what my life looks like than on what it feels like? That's that perception of your reality, all right? And if this was my last day, would I be satisfied with my life? What would I have done differently? As far as that energetic nudge, if you will, for that full moon in Aries, that's what you're going to be focusing on, all right? Please think about that. If there's something nudging at you, if this was my last day, would I be satisfied with my life? What would I have done differently? All right, Virgos, let's get a clarifier, and then we're going to close this out. I want to clarify the end of the month and see what that Knight of Swords is all about. Nice. Virgos, you have amazing energy this month. 8 of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Empress. Whatever this situation is that came through at the beginning with that bullet, like you are really rising up, like rising above it, okay? This is where it's like, especially too, here's an interesting thing I think about too, because the stereotype of a Virgo, right? Like, trust me, as a Pisces, you know, I can see that shadow aspect of Virgo, but maybe perhaps we don't see enough of the positive aspects of Virgo, right? The service aspect of Virgo. So much of that is clouded of the service aspect, of the dedication aspect, because of all of these, you know, negative connotations of what Virgo energy is and that clinical cold, you know what I mean? And so it's like, there's this idea of you really rising above anything that is clouding your perception of who you are and just being in your warm, confident, loving energy and moving forward fast. This also indicates a lot of travel, okay? So be prepared for that, like saying yes. Saying yes, Virgos. Thank you so much for joining me again. Please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share this with somebody who needs to hear this message. And as always, shine your inner light. You've got this.